I planned my 25th boyfriend's 25 meters birthday weekend and he didn't like it. I planned a birthday weekend for my boyfriend's 25th birthday. We have been together 7 months. The weekend included a sip and paint class, steakhouse dinner and a staycation at a hotel downtown. He knew I was planning it and even had a say-so in some activities. The only thing he didn't know about was the art class, which he enjoyed, and the staycation. After staying one night out of 2, he told me that he wanted to go back home because it's not either one of our apartments and he was hot and uncomfortable. Keep in mind it was 65 degrees in the room and was not hot, he just was making an excuse. I was hurt but understanding and told him he could do what he wanted because I didn't want to force him to do something he didn't want to do. We checked out a day early. I did not receive a refund or hotel credit. He continued to suggest other things I could have done instead of booking a staycation. He also said, "I didn't ask for this." This statement rubbed me the wrong way and appeared to be unappreciative and selfish. He told me that he doesn't see the point in staying in a hotel 30 minutes from his place. He also said I planned this birthday weekend with strings attached. My feelings are still very hurt because I planned out the weekend with things I thought he would enjoy. I took my time planning out thoughtful gifts and activities. Everything else it seemed like he enjoyed. But he just didn't want to stay at the hotel. I understand a staycation not being the ideal way he would spend his birthday. However, I do think he should have made the best out of the weekend and not have been so mean about it. This whole experience makes me feel so unappreciated and like he doesn't value me or the time, thought, and effort I put into his birthday. I don't even want to do anything for him anymore. Did I do too much for the first time celebrating a birthday with him? Do y'all think he was being selfish and unappreciative? How should we move forward after this experience? TLDR. I planned a B-Day weekend for my BF and he didn't like it. He said you planned a birthday weekend with strings attached, but what did he mean by that? I think that maybe you don't know each other well enough yet to plan trips for the other. I don't think either of you are wrong here. Personally, I wouldn't want to stay in a hotel 30 minutes from home. But I would have been grateful. I am married 11 years to my wife. At first we did gifts and all that for all special occasions. Then one year she finally told me, stop buying her flowers, in addition to other things. I was surprised, as isn't that a standard gift for women that can't go wrong? My wife said, it's a waste of money. She appreciates the gesture but she did not like me spending money that benefits both of us on an expensive thing that dies in a week. We talked about gift giving and agreed to not buy each other anything for any occasion. We buy our children stuff. And anything we want we would just talk about and get it. Now special occasions are great. We save money. No stress. And we are both happy because we both agree. Save yourself the time and aggravation. And money. And have a talk with him about expectations of gifts. Buying someone all these things and surprises does not equate to how much you love them. You said he had a say in what you were planning. But you also say he didn't know about 2 out of the 3 things you planned for him. Which is it? Personally, I also think it's pointless staying in a hotel in the same city you live in. But he could have been nicer in the way he told you that that isn't what he wanted to be doing. The weekend included a sip and paint class, steakhouse dinner and a staycation at a hotel downtown. My only question would be whether this is what your boyfriend truly wanted to do for his birthday. Or what you wanted to do for his B-Day. I dated someone who definitely would plan elaborate things for me, but it was really what she envisioned would make us, her, happy. Same thing with gifts. I see the sip and paint class and that does not feel like what most guys would want for their B-Day. It isn't the end of the world. I think maybe just recalibrate in the future about what would make you both happy. It's a pretty big gamble to say, surprise. We're actually not going home tonight. We're going to a hotel, even if it's one that isn't geographically very far from home. Not having time to mentally prepare for a trip, even if it's a staycation, could easily knock the fun out of what is otherwise a nice thing to do for someone. I wouldn't spring that kind of surprise on my husband of 16 years. Let alone boyfriend of a few months. Am I the only person who thinks that even if this wasn't exactly what her boyfriend wanted, he still should have accepted it graciously? Even if I didn't want a staycation, I would have appreciated the thought and effort put in. But I have manners. He also said, I didn't ask for this. This tells me there was not much communication prior to the planning. Is this weekend what he wanted to do for his birthday? He also said, I planned this birthday weekend with strings attached. That's a possible reason why he cut the trip short. What does he mean with strings attached? Did you have a conversation about it? I was hurt. This statement rubbed me the wrong way. My feelings are still very hurt. You keep referring to your feelings, but what exactly are his feelings about this? All I know is that he didn't like it. It feels like the communication is missing. Very clearly there is more to this story. You say he had say in some of the activities. Then follow it up admitting he didn't know about 2 of the 3 things you had planned. Honestly, perhaps your heart was in the right place. But it kind of sounds like you planned something you would really enjoy. I mean, to be fair, staycation, sip and wine, paint class and dinner all seem more like things you would enjoy with him. Rather things he would enjoy. If my GF bought herself a present and wrapped it up to give me, I wouldn't exactly be thrilled. That's kind of what this feels like. A select few guys enjoy the things you're doing. It's hard because, yes, there's lots of effort you put in. Yes, these things are quite expensive and extravagant for so early in a relationship that shows you care. But the actual thought of him as a person, rather you two as an item, wasn't there. You had good intentions. However, as somebody who doesn't enjoy celebrating my birthday, I can confirm that spending your birthday doing something other people want to do is a huge drag. I know you thought that you were being thoughtful and trying to schedule stuff that he likes. But the reality of this situation is that it isn't what he wanted. If he had explicitly asked for this staycation, then I would say you went above and beyond. However, he didn't ask for it. Lastly, I would like to change your perspective on something. Is he really being ungrateful? Or did he just advocate for himself? I'll give you a hint. He's not being ungrateful. He told you how he felt on his birthday and expressed his real wishes. I think you are feeling sorry for yourself and trying to make it about your feelings, instead of acknowledging that you put him in a clearly uncomfortable situation. Y'all can totally recover from this too. Just let go of your butthurtness and apologize. Ask him how you can do better in the future. It's as easy as that. Everything else aside, I also personally don't understand the desire to stay in a hotel that's a quick drive from my house. I've had friends and family do it for a mini vacation and I just don't see the appeal whatsoever. Sounds like either you don't know him well enough to plan something he'd enjoy, or you planned what you wanted and used his birthday as an excuse. Did you ask him what he wanted to do? You planned something and he didn't like it. That doesn't make him wrong for how he feels, and you're certainly not wrong for being hurt by the fact he didn't enjoy it. I get both sides. He should have communicated better beforehand, and you should have asked him more about what he'd like to do. By the sounds of it, my partner has planned things for us for my birthday that suit her more than me a few times. But I ended up really enjoying it anyway. But I went into it worries I wouldn't. Emo, she should have asked me beforehand, but it worked out well luckily. Isn't this too much for 7 months? Not sure how committed you are to each other. But I fell nowadays. 7 months is not much time. And putting that aside, he may now think that he has to do something close to what you do, if not better, for your birthday. You may not have implied that, but it is implied, and you would have called him out if he didn't do something similar. He may have been overwhelmed and thus not handled it appropriately. But would you have your BF lie to you to keep you happy or tell you the truth? Also, I will never understand staycations. I would want to sleep in my bed, if it's only 30 minutes away. I do think he should have made the best out of the weekend and not have been so mean about it. This whole experience makes me feel so unappreciated and like he doesn't value me. Or the time, thought, and effort I put into his birthday. This was his birthday. That reads as if you wanted to make it all about yourself. You had an idea. He didn't like it. He told you and you went home. So far, so good. You don't know each other for long. Errors occur. But you think that he should have spent his birthday in a way he doesn't like to make it right for you. I think what you could take away from this is that you don't know him good enough to surprise him. And maybe communicate better next time. And that the two of you like different things. I'm going to play devil's advocate here and asked if you truly planned the birthday trip to cater to his likes and preferences, or to yours, or what you thought you would enjoy doing together. Sometimes we tend to throw our own preferences into things, and as thoughtful as it may be, we miss the mark because it is not how our partner prefers to be celebrated. To put it into context, if you prefer to receive love by touch and affection, and your partner shows love with words instead, even though your partner may really love you, they are not giving love in the way you receive it. Make sense? I think it's very normal to be disappointed by a trip. And giving alternatives to me sounds like he felt there were better options he felt you should have known he would enjoy. What you did was very nice and I do not take anything from it. I do feel he should thank you for the thought and effort. But I do not think he should have to pretend to enjoy it or make the best out of something he may truly not have enjoyed. Not everyone likes the same things, and that's okay. I am more concerned about me attitude about his birthday. He was trying to tell you things that he would have liked. Listen, so you do better in the future. I'm sure I speak for a lot of gentlemen out there when I say, we would have loved Ursa to surprise us with something similar to what you did for your BF. My ex wouldn't have put half the effort you did for my birthday. Your BF is a spoiled brat.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.